Hello again. Hi, everyone. Good evening and welcome to ATBPride. First off, congratulations and let's give a applause to Brigady for that wonderful, very, beautiful rendition of beer. And hi, welcome. We will be discussing tonight uh, this gender identity of queer, non-conforming, non-binary, and yeah, we'll have a good time and hopefully marami tayong matututunan tonight. Ayan, Tagalog ako. So, I'm Joma of Love Yourself. I'll be your host. Hopefully, naririnig na ako. You can hear me now. And before everything else, of course, we would want to thank our partners and sponsors. So, tonight, the show is brought to you by Love Yourself and co-presented by Mega World Lifestyle Malls. And we would like to also thank Pilipinas Shell Foundation, PhilHealth, Macare, AIDS Healthcare Foundation, Cove Manila, Camber, a subsidiary of Hetero, Front Row Cares, Victoria Court, and Love It. I love it. Yeah, so hi. Tonight we'll be having three guests, and I'll introduce them to you now. So yung una nating guest ay isa pong artist, isang writer, and a tarot reader. And that is Henrie Diosa Jimenez. Hi, Henry.
Hi!
Hello. Magandang gabi po. Sige, I'll introduce the rest na lang din muna before we go into our self-introductions and pronouns. Our next guest is writer and artist and a part of Dakila, which is an NGO of artists and advocates who rally for human rights. Floyd Scott Tiogangco.
Tiogangco. Yay! Hello! Magandang gabi po.
Good evening. Magandang gabi. And our last guest is creative manager, writer, and also a volunteer of Love Yourself, Jay Fernando. Hi, Jay.
Hello!
Hi, magandang gabi.
Good
So, ayan,
evening.
after our technical difficulties na rin nakapagtuloy din tayo. Okay, so I think maybe first off, we should be starting with, baka we can, get the parang formal definition out of the way, kaya ba? Babasahin ko na lang siya from our card. So yung genderqueer, as it says here, is a gender identity which describes people who experience their gender identity and or expression as falling in between the categories of man and women. So it's usually a gender that blends the elements of being a man and a woman or can change over time. Tapos yung non-binary naman is kind of similar. I guess we'll get into that later. It's a gender identity also that describes people who experience their identity and expression as falling outside the categories of man and woman. So how you guys pa, how do you identify? Let's start with Henry.
Okay, so I identify, I am non-binary and genderqueer. Magkaiba yun na things para sa akin. So I'm non-binary kasi hindi ako lalaki at hindi ako babae. So, yun yung binary, di ba? Dalawa. So, non-binary. I'm something else.
Okay, and maybe you can also, may ano po. Ano yung pronouns mo, Henry?
Okay, so my pronouns are they, them, or it, it. So kapag, when you talk about say, oh, that's Josa, they're cool. And
the people also actually call you by it or parang refer to you by it talaga?
Oh yeah, they do because I ask them to. Like,
okay.
Obviously, wag mo i-it yung tao na ayaw niya i-it kasi that's objectification. Pero ako, I like it.
Alright.
Anyway, I'm cool. I prefer it. So, ayun. That's happened.
Oh, it's cool. Interesting. Tapos ikaw naman, Floyd, how do you identify and what are your...
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry yung may eksena eh. Tawag dito. Ako naman, I am genderqueer. So I am both man and woman naman. So sometimes I feel like a man and sometimes I feel like a woman. Mm-hmm. So parang it's something that that's very fluid for me kasi hindi rin siya strict. man lang or woman lang.
Mhm.
At wala naman siyang oras. So, whenever, ganun siya ka-flowing. And my pronouns are they and them, pero kapag first time kung ipaliwanag yung they and them, at madalas yung mga tao ang pronoun na ginagamit ay he,
Mhm.
okay naman ako, pero I correct them
Okay.
na they and them. Mamaya mag-usap tayo tungkol sa pronouns and
Yes.
yung mga take ng mga tao about
Of course. Especially since Henry also, I mean, it's a very interesting kung paano gagamitin yung they and also it's, it and it's. Okay, and of course, and last but not least, of course, Jay, how do you identify and what are your pronouns?
Yun, I identify as non-binary. And in terms of pronouns, siguro dahil puro Tagalog naman yung mga nakakausap ko, wala naman ako masyadong nakakausap na nag-i-English. Hindi masyadong gendered ang mga pronouns. So parang sa ikaw, ganyan. Wala naman tayong pambabaeng ganun or panlalaking ganun. So, very neutral, kumbaga. So, wala akong issue pagdating sa kung siya, ako, or gano'n. Yun naman ang tawag sa kanya. Diba? Parang, o tinatanong sa pangalan ko, parang gano'n. So, in terms of yung mga ganong pronouns, di ako masyadong particular. And, kaya siguro, gustong-gusto ko din ng wikang Filipino dahil hindi siya gendered masyado or may kakaunti lang siguro ang talagang gendered na mga pantawag sa atin. Pero mas neutral tayo kahit sa mga iba pang mga salita. And ayun.
Harry, sige. So I think parang there's talaga parang people get really confused. Parang maraming nalilito sa I mean it's not just not just gender queer and non-binary. I mean may gender fluid, may non-conforming, and all these there's so many little parang sub-labels pa, I guess. So parang maybe we can discuss na lang how we got to recognize and identify ourselves as genderqueer or non-binary. Maybe we can start with Henry.
Okay. I hate yung narrative sa parang simula nung kabataan ko, alam ko na. Kasi hindi nag-a-apply sa lahat ng tao. I would say na siguro nung grade school ako, hindi ko i-describe yung sarili ko na queer or non-binary. Kasi hindi ko alam na may ganun parang salita. Pero nung bata ako, may nilalaro ako na tatayo ako sa harap ng salamin. Kasi isipin ko na same na ulo pero ibang katawan. Tapos yun yung nilalaro ko, nakatitig lang ako sa salamin. Tapos siguro dahil doon, na parang, yung concept ko ng sarili ko, hindi naman siya nakatali dun sa ano yung itsura ko pang labas. Also, dahil sobrang feminine presenting ko na tao. Mahilig ako mag-makeup, mahilig ako mag-skirt. Hindi pumitik agad na hindi ako babae. Na yung identity ko ay hindi pang babae. Kasi, kasi ina-associate natin kapag yung akikay, make-up, ina-associate natin yun sa kababaihan. Kaya hindi naman necessarily. So, nagsimula akong mag-identify na queer nung high school. Kasi, Tumblr. Dahil sa Tumblr. Dahil sa internet, I guess, nakakilala ako ng mga tao sa internet na queer. Tapos nung sinabi ganito kasi kaya ako tinatawag ko sariling queer kasi ganito. Tapos ako naisip, ganun din ako eh. Sabihin ba nun, queer din ako. Tapos parang, fine, queer nga din ako. Tapos, ang nice kasi sa internet, it's so full of information. Ang dami mong pwedeng matutunan.
Yeah.
So, marami akong pinagdaanan na labels. Diba? So, ayun, wala ng vocabulary. Alam mo yun, demi-boy, demi-girl, mga gender fluid flux. Kasi syempre, kapag pinifigure out mo pa lang kung ano ba to, kung ano ba nangyayari. Di ba? Pag may nakita kang word na, baka pwede. So, damit na parang, try mo siya on ng isang linggo gano'n. Tapos kung bagay, edi bagay. Kung hindi bagay, huwag mo gamitin, di ba?
Send it
So,
back. Get a
donate,
refund.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Di ba? Ganun nga. Kaya hanggang ngayon, sort of, baby pa lang ako, come on. Like, nasa kolehiyo pa lang ako, marami pa akong pagbabagong pagdadaanan. Tapos sort of, you just take it in stride. Okay, di ba? Enjoy lang. Alam mo yun. Enjoy
Yeah.
life.
Totoo yan. I do enjoy life. And in fairness, nakarelate din ako sa Tumblr. Figuring yourself out through Tumblr. Wala nang ganun ngayon.
Malakas. Yung populasyon ng Tumblr, marami sa kanila lumipat sa Twitter. So, or Pillow Fort. Naku, basta maraming social media.
That's true. Ayan. Sige. So, si Floyd naman, how did you, paano mo na-recognize na you were of this queer, non-binary identity?
I think college na, kasi I came from a very Catholic institution when I was in college. So parang, actually, ang idea ko pa noon ay gender bending. Yung, tinatry ko, parang, I have beard na. So parang sabi ko, what if mag-dress ako as mag-dress or mag-skirt, kanya. Tapos, hindi pwede kasi nga Catholic institution. Yeah. So, hinintay ko munang graduate, ganyan. Pero at the back of my head, alam ko na nagagawin ko to. After, makagraduate lang ako, ganyan. And then right after graduation, as in a day after, bumili ako ng unisex na dress na black. Tapos, binili ko yun. Tapos, syempre, binakita ko sa parents ko, ganyan. Nagalit sila kasi nga, bakit daw ako bumili ng pambabaeng damit? Sabi ko, I'm a gay man naman daw. So, sobrang sabi ko, hindi kasi, sabi ko na hindi ako yung katulad ng ibang gay men na masculine presenting. Sabi ko, gusto ko na magdamit na babae, like skirt and dress. And then when I did that, kasi over time, natanggap din naman nila ako. That's very powerful of them. Kasi, di ba, some parents, hindi talaga. Pero, over time naman, it takes time. So, nung time na okay na, so, nag-dress ako, skirt, ganyan, and mga dress. Doon ko lang din na-realize yung pagkakaiba ng masculine side ko and yung feminine side. Kasi nung at the back of my head, wala pa akong concept ng siguro nga I am both man and woman. Hindi.
Yeah.
Doon sa proseso ng pagpasok doon sa idea na pwede pala akong magsuot ng damit na pangbabae pero with beard. I look like Jesus Christ in 2016. That's so 2015 ako graduate and then 2016 yung full-blown dress and skirt. So, doon ko lang din na-realize na, nag-identify na ako as both man and woman kasi nararamdaman ko siya at alam ko siya sa sarili ko na ganun ko tinitignan yung sarili ko. So, yun. That's it. And then, until now, ganun din yung pagtingin ko kasi I'm sure nagbabago siya. Nothing is set in stone. So, parang, I acknowledge lang din na yun pa din yung nararamdaman ko at yung tingin ko sa sarili ko. And that's by actually going into crossing the threshold for me of wearing something that's deemed hindi pwede sa isang lalaki. So, yun, dun yung proseso nag-start.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can also kind of relate, pero I don't think it's about me tonight. Sige, tapos Jay, we've heard part of your story na Jay, pero can you repeat it for our audiences, yung story mo of discovering your identity? Yeah.
Ako? Parang nung bata ako, parang puro mga panlalaki naman yung mga laruan ko na binibigay sa akin. Pero actually, mga computer games naman lang lahat yun. So, parang ever since, parang Pero hindi ako mahilig sa sports. So, lagi ako nagko-computer. So, inisip ko, parang ang computer, hindi naman lang talaga siya pang lalaki lang dahil nilalaro din naman siya ng mga babae. So parang neutral din talaga yung laruan ko. Super Mario, ganyan. Pero naalala ko, binigyan ako ng manika ng nanay ko dati. Yun yung favorite toy ko na nakuha. Isang puppet na unggoy. Na pinangalan puppet na unggoy na pinangalan kong pangalan ko pa. So parang ako yung manika na yan.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, so yun yung mga laruan ko, manika, pero naglaro din ako ng computer. So parang sa akin, parang wala namang hindi issue kung ano yung nilalaro mo nung bata. Na pambabae lang yan kasi naglalaro din naman ng piko yung mga kaklase kong lalaki. Naglalaro naman ng habulan yung mga kaklase kong babae. So wala siyang gender yung play sa amin nung bata. So parang okay pa yan hanggang sa parang nung pagdating ng bandang high school. Parang nararamdam alam ko naman na parang akala ko nung dati lang ako, bading lang ako talaga. Gay. Parang yun ang akala ko sa akin. Pero nung bakit lahat ng mga kaibigan ko, girls, 'di ba?
Mhm.
So parang, pero hindi ko tinitignan yung parang puro girls yung mga kaibigan ko. Tapos, unti-unti parang na-enjoy ko magbihis ng mga damit na pang babae. So I enjoyed pero hindi ko alam kung uso na kasi dati nung time na yun hindi naman masyadong uso yung parang non-gendered na na clothing, 'di ba? Parang ngayon parang medyo uso na yung mga oversized sweaters na na pwedeng pambabae or pwedeng panlalaki. Pero nung time na yun, yung mga oversized na mga clothes na sinusuot ko, parang nakikita ko lang siya sa women's section. Tapos parang mas comfortable ako na nagsusuot ako ng mga ganun.
Mhm.
So tapos parang yun yung parang nag-start somehow ng dysphoria ko, parang ganun. Kasi I think I have I'm not comfortable. Yun nga, I have gender dysphoria, I think. Pero kailangan ko pang pumunta. Actually, nakapag-message na ako sa Victoria to talk about it sa kay Doc Migs and sa mga tao doon. So I think I have this gender dysphoria na I'm not really comfortable with me being within my body, parang ganun, with me presenting as a man all the time. So nag-persist yung gender dysphoria na yun hanggang sa one time parang nagkaroon ako ng gender euphoria, parang ganun.
Ang ganda.
Kasi parang my dysphoria is something that I don't talk about all the time.
Mhm.
But it somehow gave me that moment in my life that I realized that I have this, and it is a euphoric moment for me. I suddenly celebrated my gender.
Mhm.
And that was, naalala ko yun, UP Fair. Parang first year college ako noon sa UP Fair.
Mhm.
Tapos, may isang tao doon na nag-offer sa akin magsuot ng wig for the entire fair.
Oh,
I've
wow.
never worn,
For free?
pero pinahiram lang niya.
Okay.
Tapos suotin mo nga, tapos parang ka-org ko yun. Suotin mo, tapos tignan natin kung ano experience mo, ganyan. So it was actually, that is the counter to my gender dysphoria. I had that gender euphoria during the time na, okay, I can be comfortable presenting also as a woman in public hanggang sa, yun nga, parang, and then I realized na, what if baka trans woman ako?
Mhm.
What if maybe and only a few friends knew about it. I talked to a few very close friends and told them that I think I want to transition to becoming a woman, as a trans woman. And I was like in that very early stages of, syempre, alam nung mga taga-Love Yourself na I joined a pageant, diba? Yung Love Yourself pageant, and it was my first time to do that. And pero that was also parang that was already ahead. Parang kumbaga parang matagal ko nang pinag-iisipan yung transformation, yung transitioning and etc. Even before Love Yourself pageant. So I talked to a few friends and I was already in that very early stages of transitioning. Then I realized na parang I am also not comfortable presenting completely as a female.
Mm-hmm.
So parang I'm also parang may this parang so therefore I'm settling into that kind of middle space na parang I'm sometimes present and most of the times I'm male presenting.
Yeah.
And then there are times like kunyari I do it in public. I wear a skirt kagaya ni Floyd. I wear women's clothing and sometimes they ask me parang ba't nakaganyan ka, ba't ganyan yung suot mo, etc. But because that is how I feel during that moment and that's how I want to present at that time, parang ganun. So I'm kumbaga parang kagaya din ni Henrie na para I believe that men and women, people are constantly transitioning in their lives and discovering who they are and self-actualizing. And thank God for that gender euphoria kasi I now I give myself permission to present whatever way I want to present because that is who I am.
Yeah.
Because that is my gender identity.
Harry. Hey, that's parang it's very interesting for me kasi na you had that parang yung moment of parang baka gusto ko rin mag-transition kasi yung nga, hindi ko alam Floyd or Henrie ba did you have those experiences then or no?
Oh yeah, I have like body dysphoria occasionally. Meron akong binder. Like when it's safe, I go and use a binder. Kasi minsan gusto ko na master. Kunyari, like, pumapasok sa restaurant. Gusto ko rin minsan master. Pero, I don't know. Kasi, pero talaga kasi, mahirap ihiwalay yung body dysphoria dun sa iba pang, kasi like, bilang isang tao na tinitingnan ng lipunan bilang babae, hindi lang body dysphoria ang nilalabanan ko, kundi pati kunyari yung diet culture na kailangan mo magpapayat, kailangan mo maging maganda para sa mga lalaki. So, pati yun nilalabanan. Diba? Pati yun nilalabanan ko. So, kapag nagkakaroon ako ng discomfort sa katawan ko, kailangan ko talaga siya parang titigan at pagnilayan na parang saan ba ito nanggagaling? Dahil, ano ba to? Pag binago ko ba sarili ko dahil dito, para ba yun sa sarili ko, para sa lipon, para sa patriarchy. Parang wala akong gagawin para sa patriarchy, wala silang say. Ako lang ang say.
Ikaw ba, Floyd? Did you have a similar experience?
No. Ako no. I love my body. As in level ng gusto ko siya.
That's good.
Ano siya parang tawag dito na I love my beard, ganyan, and I love my like hairs. Gusto ko siya. So ang idea ko of my feminine side are those in terms of say relationship kasi nag-switch din yun yung that's why sinasabi ko lagi na hindi tawag dito parang I want to be with someone na sobrang open to that kind of dynamics kasi ako din mismo ay alam ko naman siya kung kailan siya ganyan sobrang malinaw siya sa akin and I can explain it pero yung of course it's a two-way process community is 'di ba ang daming proseso no so yung sa akin ang alam ko din na parang in terms of my feminine side, lumalabas siya mostly when I wear skirts and dresses. Pero there were times din before na parang bigla din akong, hindi ako na-confuse, pero na-amaze. Mas na-amaze ako na parang, shucks, I'm wearing skirt and dresses, pero yung masculine, yung feeling ko, ang taas.
You feel more masculine pa.
Yes. And then, kapag naka-shorts naman ako, I stopped wearing pants na in 2015. Kasi nga, right after graduation, so, nag-skirt and dress, ganyan. So, tapos, pag naka-shorts naman ako or naka-sando, ganyan, sometimes I feel feminine. So, parang, wala siya sa damit, it's only you know, can actually tell na, okay, nasa ganitong pagkakataon at nasa ganitong circumstance yung feeling ko of being feminine and feeling masculine. Yun, hindi, sobrang flowing niya. Hindi siya nakakahon, hindi siya nasasabi na hanggang dito lang yon.
Yeah.
Sobrang malawak, sobrang lawak at sobrang lalim in terms of our identities, of our knowing our own identities, 'di ba? Parang ang paliwanag ko doon ay parang kinukuha yung loob mo from your guts, 'di ba? Na parang kailangan at some point kilala mo yung sarili mo to actually just making it very comfortable for other people then at some point na yung pagpapaintindi at pagpapaunawa ay hindi rin natatapos sa atin na naiintindihan na natin to parang hindi naman nila kailangan maintindihan. So hindi dapat siya gano'n.
It's a parang coming out process for everyone, ganyan.
Yes.
Ay, may gusto mag-weigh in, ganyan. Ikaw ba, Jay, have you had experiences na you had to explain parang na you were non-binary and how did people react or parang did they even understand what that meant?
May mga pagkakataon, madalas sa inuman. Madalas sa inuman nangyayari ang pagpapaliwanag.
Maganda. Tapos beer pa yung kanina, beer yung performance kanina.
parang siguro dahil madalas sa inuman at madalas sa mga kausap ko mga lasing, kaya para sasabi, ano kayo pinagsasabi nitong si Jay? Alam mo yun, yung parang meron siya parang, okay, may ganun pala. Yung parang, kasi syempre everyone knew me as a gay man, di ba? Parang that's how they know. Parang na I'm not a heterosexual straight male, di ba? Yeah. Pero syempre sinasabi ko hindi, actually I associate, parang I identify as non-binary. Tapos and then I explain as fervently as I can kasi hindi siya common masyado or people are asking if it is a real or a valid gender identity. Yeah. Kasi parang mamili ka na lang, gay ka ba, trans ka ba, straight. Pero sinasabi ko, by the mere fact that I'm not comfortable being both a man and being a man or a woman, and then that makes me a trans person. So kung to clear it up for you, parang pag nag-explain ako, yun, I'm a trans person. I'm just not the typical trans female.
And that's not to say naman na there are a lot of trans people who also identify as queer or a gender queer or fluid or non-binary. Yeah.
Kasi parang when you think of gender then sometimes as performance. Kasi 'di ba parang when you it's something that is sometimes performed in society, 'di ba? Kaya that is the reason why I haven't really transitioned into becoming a female, because parang I have to perform being a female all the time. It's not something that I want. Parang ganun. Pero kaya 'di ba parang nowadays, given how we have in a way devolved in how we look at
Oh my God.
women
Mm-hmm.
and how we talk to women, and 'di ba, in this kind of
In this-
culture that is propagated.
Yes. Especially
Parang
now.
especially now, no one would want to become a woman except a woman.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Parang that is how you answer. Kunyari, that's how I answer. Why would you want to become a woman? Because it is in me. I am a woman. And
Yeah.
also,
You want to become a woman despite.
yeah,
Yes.
Ayan.
despite, 'di ba, everything.
Sige. So going back to Henry, I think we're accepting now audience questions. Magtanong lang po kayo. So yung una ibabato ko kay Henry kasi you also identify as ace or asexual,
Yeah.
asexual, right? Sige. So I think this might be an interesting question for you to answer. So from Michael Paulo Telanhamias, baka some of you here might know him. How comfortable are you discussing your identity at the start of a dating relationship? Tapos kung may hesitations,
Walang hesitation at all. Like, I go for it right away. Kasi, kung hindi pa nila alam, or kung hindi nila get, honestly, kung naghahanap ako ng relationship, yung relationship ay for fun. Hindi ako nandun para maging teacher ng ibang tao. Like, sila mag-educate ng sarili. Alam mo yun? Kung meron ka sapat na pag-iisip para to go out and date, meron ka sapat na pag-iisip para mag-google na kung ano ang non-binary. Diba? Tapos, gusto ko rin na sinasabi siya right away para kung anti sila. Mablock agad, di ba? Simula pa lang, di ba?
Swipe left.
Wala problema kung hindi nila naiintindi. Sila na mag-intindi.
Can I answer?
Like, nakakapagod mag-educate. Kaya nga nagde-date kasi para like escape from
having to.
Yeah.
Hindi ako nasa Bumble para mag-hold ng queer studies
TED
workshop.
Talk, ganyan. Sige,
Diba?
si Floyd naman. Floyd wants to answer.
Ako, OMG, sobrang gusto ko tong topic na to when it comes to dating and relationship. Kasi I've never had a relationship before. So I think one of the reasons kung bakit hindi nga siya nangyayari sa buhay ko is una, people are intimidated by how I talk, how I present myself. Yung how I present myself, ako yun eh. Ako na yun eh. Diba? Wala nang iba yun. And then, like Josa, sa Bumble, I outright say na I am this and I am that para walang gulatan. Pero ang unpopular opinion, hindi ko alam kung unpopular opinion to, pero I find it very, very, very insulting in terms of my identity. Kahit ginagawa ko siya. Kasi ang goal ko is to, parang kung si Joshua, sige, pwede naman yun na sa isang mundong puro information nga, maaring bakit hindi pa din umaabot sa yung information, di ba? Pero ako, in my, parang on my end, I find it very insulting naman nga na I have to always disclose my gender identity and my expression. Kasi parang, in an ideal world, hindi mo na yun kailangan sabihin eh. Kasi everyone is accepted. Pero at alam ko naman, I am fully aware of what has been won sa struggle natin. Yun nga, parang ginagawa ko siya just because ayoko din na magkaroon pa ng conflict na parang alam niyo kung magkita kayo, let's say online dating. Kung magkita kayo and kasi there was a guy I dated na nagkita kami. Nakakatawa kasi tinanong niya ako kasi syempre nakadress ako, 'di ba? Parang sabi niya, "Am I underdressed?" Siya daw yung underdressed. So parang ako, no, you're totally fine. Kasi parang at sinabi ko yun na I dress like this, I dress like that. So ayoko man siyang gawin, pero yun nga, ang hirap na I always have to disclose these things para lang din para lang din I would be deemed to be like a likable. Kasi parang yun yung frustration ko din within the gay community. Why is it always trying to be very particular, very particular into the idea of being being thin or being masculine, ganyan, 'di ba? Parang
masculine.
Yun yung isa yung frustration din yun. So nakakatawa siyang isipin na nakakapagod siya on my end. Pero yun nga, sabi ko naman, pinasok ko yung activism. So doon ko siya, yung underlying message ko is I would never stop doing it kasi not until everyone is accepted in this world would our work be done. So doon pa rin yung trabaho siyang makipag-usap na pag nagtanong sila, why are you wearing this? Why are you wearing that? So ako naman, pwede ako magpaliwanag. So it's a way of educating someone without, oh my God, my dogs. Nag-aaway sila. So, parang it's one way of educating people din. Pero in a very particular way. Kasi ang goal mo naman ay makipag-date. Ang goal mo magka-jowa. So, parang, shucks, kung magiging hindrance yan, parang ako naman, saka na nga muna. May ganun siya.
Magpapaseminar ka pa muna.
Parang laging first foot forward, laging charged ka with patience, na makipag-usap, na mag-explain. Yun.
Sorry. Ikaw ba, Jay, ikaw kasi, I mean, di ko lang alam minsan, pero parang I guess yung experience of most people with you ay hindi initially nila naisip na ay non-binary ka pala or queer. Ikaw ba, parang kinakailangan pa bang i-explain yan in your dating life, romantic life?
Hindi ko pa siya na-experience na in-explain ko siya. Siguro kasi, yun nga, siguro what I don't know if what you meant, Joma, is somehow I present, kasi you know me personally, di ba? You know me as, you're my friend. So, alam mo na somehow yung presentation ko is male pa rin most of the times, di ba?
Most of the time, yes.
So,
ambiguous at best, ganyan.
Ambiguous at best. So, parang, siguro, the most that I was able to explain in terms of my gender identity is when I dated this person and said...
Lalako ba yan? Charot lang. Go lang.
I dated this person and said na parang, what if I transition to becoming a female during our relationship?
Okay. Ano sabi niya?
Hindi siya masyadong comfortable yata with the idea. Kasi parang, I bet hindi naman siya sobrang serious na relationship. So parang it was just a few dates. So pero that was the most that I was able to talk about my identity. Kasi sabi ko, what if I decide, and then kasi that is who I am, and then pero that's how I would want to present for a long time. Parang ganun lang yung naging usapan.
Harry.
Kaya parang ayun, so because hindi siya masyadong comfortable, I wouldn't want to be in that kind of relationship, parang gano'n. Pero hindi ko sinasabi ng, pero syempre, there were a few dates, guys, then I said na parang, what if I transition to, and then, parang wala pa yatang nagsabi na parang okay sila.
I mean, pero do you understand it naman? You get where they're coming from? Or parang, is it like, ay, bye na lang, ganyan?
Hindi, parang I get it, kasi, and that is also the reason why I somehow deeply ingrained yung performance ko of my maleness. kumbaga, I cannot blame, ay parang hindi ko ma-point yung finger ko and saying na because you are deeply and parang you are transphobic.
Yeah.
Diba? I cannot say that na parang because you are transphobic, that's why you are not comfortable with trans people. Diba? Parang ganun. Kasi that is also the reason why kasi parang even, yun yung sinasabi ko na parang even though we choose to identify as non-binary, we still belong in a society that there are very clear visuals, diba, of male and female. There are roles, gender roles, diba, that parang heteronormative society would impose na parang okay, women should be sexy and women should be ganito, 'di ba? Nurturing and yet also fierce. Parang and men should be ganito and loving and also yet firm. 'Di ba? Parang ganung mga gender roles and ideals. 'Yun.
Okay.
Sorry, baka kung ano-ano mga pinagsasabi ko, hindi I'm sure ko ay
Gets ko naman. Kasi it's a very parang, I think I'm sure it's a valid, parang very valid experience naman for a lot of people, especially, who are in the realm of our identity and our, mode of expression. Si Floyd, I think, wants to say something.
Yeah, plus one ako dun sa sinabi ni Jay. Yung, kasi ano siya yung idea na dahil lang hindi din comfortable, mapag-uusapan kasi siya yung buong proseso ng pag-accept at pag-unawa. So hindi rin, I think at some point sa atin din kaya siya trabaho kasi hindi rin natin maaaring hayaan na maging gatekeepers din tayo of our identities, of our industry in terms of, let's say, sa arts, sa film, 'di ba? Parang kung ganoon nga yung ano niya, kung ganoon nga yung pagtingin niya, mag-uusap. Pero ibang usapan kapag ayaw na talaga makipag-usap about it.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Yun yung magdo-draw ng line na ayaw talaga niyang umunawa. Pero kung kasi ganoon ang nangyayari sa akin in terms of dating, na there were a few people na hindi sila curious na amazed at kasi lang siya dalawa lang parang minsan lang yung curious pero madalas amazing siya or natakot sila sa akin. As in natatakot sila. So parang kung na-amaze siya at nag-further yung pag-uusap ng so why do you do that? Okay, mag-usap ako. Kahit alam ko at ramdam ko, let's say, strict ng voice, na nahihiyang magsabi na, shit, hindi ko to alam. Yeah. Doon nagsa-start din ang pangunawa, di ba? Parang, hindi ko rin pwedeng sabihin na, bakit hindi mo to alam kung dinate mo ako, ganyan. Parang, may din siya, may aspect siya of hindi tama si Joshua, hindi you don't have to educate, but at the same time pwedeng usap kasi yung education sobrang hindi naman maibibigay yun na kapwa mo tao sa iyo yun upbringing yun, issue na yun ng upbringing ng
you have to do it yourself,
education, ganyan. Yes, so pwede tayo makipag-usap. Yun siguro yung pinakamalapit na paraan for us to let other people know na this is how it is for us. Parang may ganun siyang...
Parang it's a thing of like parang, of course you don't want to parang shut people out. Kasi it's not naman your responsibility. Hindi mo naman obligation to tell people and to teach people. Pero at the same time, gusto mo naman silang, to let people in, diba? Ikaw ba, Henrie? Ayan, so more questions. Ito pa, from a Brian Joseph Barreto. Have you been in a relationship, Henrie? If I may ask. If I may pry.
Well, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
ayan.
Yeah.
Sige. Okay, so the question is, so how does your queerness or non-binariness affect yung relationship dynamics or the kinds of people you're attracted to?
Well, okay, first of all, I'm asexual. So, I'm not attracted to anyone.
Okay.
Tapos,
Nga pala.
I think isa sa pinaka like interesting things na nangyari is that kahit sino mag-date sa akin, kahit ano man kasarian nila, magiging queer yung relationship kasi nandun
yes.
ako. So, kahit straight siya na lalaki, tapos gusto niya makipag-holding hands sa akin, yung pag-holding hands namin ay magiging queer.
Yeah.
Kahit na, so hindi na siya straight. Tapos, I think, maraming mga like, hetero na lalaki na natatakot dun sa concept na parang, na, hindi nila alam kung ano yung gagawin ba nila. Kasi, oh my gosh, naging queer na ako. I think yun yung pinaka-fun. Also kung galing ka sa isang like upbringing na puro talaga social norms na yung lalaki yung magbabayad nung pagkain kapag nag-dinner kayo sa labas, hindi na siya nag-a-apply.
Yeah.
But pwede mo piliin kung ano yung mga nag-a-apply. Like, nagkaroon ako ng relationship na ako yung nang-aakbay. Nagkaroon ako ng relationship na ako yung inaakbayan. Alam mo yun? Like, dumadami yung options and that's so much fun.
I think it's very interesting how you parang mention nga na that straight people that you date or are in a relationship with become sort of, queered in a way kasi kasi yes, they're in a relationship with you, diba? Kayo ba, Jay, or Jay, that yung identity ba parang influence the kinds of people you're attracted to? We'll get to Floyd then after. Si Jay muna.
Hindi, wala naman. Parang kumbaga parang every time I'm attracted to men.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few times that I felt attracted to women as well.
Okay.
Pero mostly men. And tapos pag yung mga tao, when they, parang iba-iba siya ng, iba-iba siya ng type. Yung parang sinasabi ng mga kaibigan ko kasi parang walang isang mold lang ng tao na parang siya yung ganyan yung mga dinidate ko. Parang
Henrie, ikaw, Floyd?
Ako wala naman, basta hindi fascist leaning. Yung filosofiya sa buhay. Wala naman, parang it's sobrang liberating nun for me to actually get to decide na maaring itong taong to ay siya na yon. Wala akong idea na kailangan ganito siya, kailangan ganyan siya. Of course, may preferences. Pero hindi siya nakakahon sa preferences. Kahit yung preferences, lalabas at lalabas yun eh.
Yeah.
As in, no, ayoko maging preference lang. Lalabas ako kasi gusto kong ma-explore yung mga bagay. So, hindi naka-apekto yung queerness ko sa attraction ko sa ibang tao.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually mas baliktad. Yung queerness ko ang nakaka-apekto sa attraction sa akin ng mga tao na parang ayoko na siyang kausapin kasi natatakot sila or alam mo yun, may ganun siyang dynamics.
May I ask din ba, Floyd, from yung sinabi ni Jay kanina, have you been also attracted to non-male or non-masculine?
Once. Actually, once. Once. I remember it happened sa loob ng bus. Tapos may ate girl. Shucks. May ate girl na nakatitigan ko. So I was wearing skirt nun ha. I was wearing skirt nun. At nakita niya na nakaskirt ako. Pero nagtitigan kami. Tapos parang, shucks. Siyempre nagtanong agad ako, am I bisexual? Parang, am I identify as bisexual? Tapos, nung bumaba na siya at naiwan ako sa bus kasi mahaba pa yung biyahe ko, nawala din naman. And then, it never happened
Ganda.
at all. So, isang beses yun yung, kung si Jay ay may ganong feeling, ako din, yung ganong feeling na, shucks. Parang, nalito din ako.
Nalito ka.
Ng konti lang.
You had a bus romance, ganyan. A short bus romance.
Oo. Kasi parang, shucks. At nagulat ako na I was wearing skirt and then she was very empowering tips sa paningin ko na kaya niyang makipagtitigan sa akin ng okay yung, di ba? So parang, sige, ganyan. Tapos nang bumaba na siya, nawala din. Tapos I'm back to being attracted to men. Ganyan.
Sige. Okay. May isa pa tayong question from Jonas Gonzalez. I think I can also pitch ko na lang kay Henrie ulit. Meron ka na bang experiences na meron kang difficulties sa navigating binary gendered spaces? Like for example, like a CR, very clear. Or kunwari sa kasal, pagiging best man, pagiging ninang, ganyan.
Maganda yan.
Oh, this is gonna be really interesting because I speak German. And German is a gendered language. Alam mo yun. So, kahit ang mansanas lalaki sa German. So, at ito yung dahilan kung bakit yung isa sa mga pronouns ko ay it. Kasi sa German, 3 ang genders. Diba? May masculine, may feminine, tapos may neutral. Tapos yung neutral, yung ginagamit mo na pronoun para sa mga neutral, like it. At pwede maging it ang mga tao sa German. Kasi yung word nga for girl, the word for girl is Mädchen. It's das Mädchen. So yung girl ay neutral. Kasi yung gender, yung grammatical gender ng isang salita ay hindi na kailangang one-on-one correlation dun sa societal gender. So, tapos ang it, ginagamit din siya para sa mga maliliit na bagay. So kunyari, diba, Juan, may Juanito. So, middle, Mädchen. So, kaya ako pinili yung pronoun na it para sa sarili ko kasi maliit ako. Kasi important na. Yung pag-present ko sa mundo ay maliit, ay cute. So, part ng performance na yun, nung smallness, nung cuteness, ay, na yung pronoun ko ay it. Ganun. Tapos, wala pa naman hindi pa naman ako na-invite sa kasal. So, hindi ko masabi kung ano yung gagawin ko kapag gusto nila ako gawing abay. Pero, siguro, kunyari, kasi baby pa ako sa classroom, kapag gusto ng teacher ihati yung classroom sa girls, tapos sa boys, pinipili ko lang kung ano yung option na, sa araw na kung ano yung magdadala ng pinakamaraming amount ng kalituhan. So, kung nakadress ako nung araw na yun, tatayo ako with the boys. Wala lang. Para lang, alam mo yun, pag-isipan, para lang maalala niya ako.
Mas okay lang sa kanila yun.
Para lang, okay lang. Well, nag-aaral ako sa UP Diliman. So, like, I think sobrang open UP and chill ng mga profs sa UP Diliman. Alam mo yun, diba? Okay. I love them. I love UP so much. So, ayun lang yung masasabi ko. Na kung ano yung choice na magdadala ng pinakamaraming kalituhan, yun yung pipiliin ko.
Super. Parang interesting lang. So, for you ba, is it, would you say na it's more a parang political gesture or action? Or parang ano yung, what would you say is yung pinanggagalingan din ng iyong pagka non-binary?
Hindi siya nagsimula na political thing, pero unfortunately it has become a political. Hindi naman ako nagising isang araw. Tapos parang okay, magsisimula ako maging non-binary para basagin ang patriarchy. Hindi nangyari na lang talaga. Like yung political aspect niya is ingrained na rin. Kasi tulad na rin ng lahat ng mga iba kong ginagawa, hindi lang naman yung performance ng gender ang pwedeng gawing political, pati yung, kanya ito, paggawa ng sariling damit, bilang parang FU sa kapitalismo, ganun. Hindi ko, kahit hindi ko sadya, nangyayari lang talaga siya. Nangyayari na lang talaga siya. Kasi, hindi ko alam, baka ganito talaga ako pinalaki ng magulang ko.
Harry.
Kailangan talaga basagin lahat ng mga institusyon.
Of course. Always. Talaga the UP, it's the UP way.
Yeah.
Coming from
UP at PUP, ito po na yan.
Yeah. Coming from you mentioned nga na parang kahit yung paggawa ng damit, parang it's also can be a political act. For you, Floyd, how does your non-binary queer or queerness affect your work? Kasi diba you do theater and performance art. So how does that affect?
As a work, well, sagutin ko muna yung question na dun sa kasal, ganyan, or
sige,
sa
sure.
CR. Sa CR. Sa CR, kahit naka-skirt or dress ako, sa lalaki ako pupasok.
Yes.
Gusto ko makita yung mukha nila natatakot sila. Yung straight men. As in yung tipong, hindi nila ako tinatabihan kasi feeling nila magagawin ako masama. Ay, sobrang gustong-gusto ko yung at tinatagalan ko yung existence ko sa CR talaga. Kasi pag maghuhugas ng kamay, ang tagal talaga para kabahan sila kasi hello. Ang hirap para sa atin na nag-reclaim tayo ng spaces for us. Wala silang ganun eh.
Yeah.
So ako, I'll make it worth, 'di ba? Na doon ako and then maramdaman niyo yung presence ko, then just exchanging energies na iba yung nararamdaman. And sa kasal, last year lang, nasad ako kasi parang parang yung family namin, yung both grandmothers, yung grandmother and grandfather ko sa mother's side, kinasal ulit 50th year. Tapos they asked me to wear a tuxedo or parang formal. Sabi ko no. Sabi ko muna agad ako no kasi pag nagpapantalon ako no, so no. And then they had to take me off. So tinanggal nila ako sa paglalakad, ganyan. At wala namang problema yun sa akin kasi pamilya siya eh. So parang respeto din at some point. Kasi eto nga. So sa reception, pinagsalita nila ako. So ginawa kong political yung speech. So sinabi ko, buti kayo na straight male and female, umabot kayo ng 50 years na kinakasal kami, walang ganyan. At in front of my very religious family members, as in sinabi ko sa kanila, may act of presenting myself and act of identifying is something that's coming from a very courageous aspect of my life. Kasi hindi siya, yung nga sabi ni Diosa, hindi yun basta-basta nangyari na lang eh. May prosesong pinagdadaanan at mamimili ka doon sa proseso kung paano ka papasok. So, yun siya. So, at after na, natuwa naman sila. So, tinanong kung may na-offend ba? Wala naman daw. So, siguro, it's my way then of telling them na, no, I am here and then you have to acknowledge that I am here and that I am this. I identify and I am this. So, yun. Doon sa performance or sa work, yung performances ko before were politically charged. Lagi naman yung performances ko politically charged. Pero parang my first performances were very LGBT leaning. Kasi yun yung totoo sa akin eh. So doon ako nag-start. So yung performances were about microaggressions or ano yung isa parang mga hate speeches na nakasulat sa damit ko at unti-unting huhubarin ng mga tao in public. Kasi tatanggalin mo nga yung hate. So, yung mga ganong performances, LGBT leaning, but at the same time, sabi ko, ayoko ding matali sa ganong aspect of art making. So, nag-stem siya sa anti-war on drugs. Kasi I'm very political. So, doon ko siya nilalagay. At yung queerness, isa siguro sa nagbibigay sa akin ng lakas ng loob to do it kasi you have to have the guts to perform. Ibang level siya of work. It is my queerness, yung tapang din ng pagdedeklara always and always na I am queer doon siya nag-stem na kaya mo ding gawin, kaya mo ring bumasag. Totoo yun, yung institution at yung ano mo yun, hindi man natin mapabagsak kasi it takes time, pero babasagin mo yung idea, yung very idea of these institutions and trying to make them question themselves. Yun yung yun yung interesting na shucks, nagtatanungan na yung mga tao, wala na yung oo o hindi. Magtatanong ang mga tao, and yun yung power ng art, power ng writing natin, na magtatanong ang mga tao, hindi na lang sila basta-basta oo at hindi.
Eric. Ikaw ba, Jay, may nais ka bang gibain ng institution?
Parang kulang na tayo sa oras.
Ano na lang, how does your, same question, since you're also in the creative field, how does your non-binariness affect yung parang your work mo when you do, di ba kasi you write, so when you do scripts or when you do characters, how does that affect it?
Ako parang kasi parang sa akin lagi, at the end of the day, regardless of your gender, it is always about respecting people, 'di ba? And syempre 'di ba kunyari, for example, madalas ko naririnig to sa scripts kapag nagsusulat ako ng script na parang yung character parang hindi naman gagawin ng lalaki to, hindi naman lalaki yung mag-iisip ng ganito, or hindi babae yung parang hindi naman yan gagawin ng babae, or hindi ganyan magsalita ang babae pagdating sa mga relasyon, or parang yun that is how parang yun yung nire-rebel against ko. Na parang ang dali kasi nating magsabi na itong kilos na to ay kilos ng babae, o itong kilos na to ay kilos ng lalaki. So sa mga script na sinusulat ko, I try for them to go beyond yung typical or yung expectations ng audience pagdating sa mga babae at lalaki. So lalo pa sa industry ko, very parang puro kabitan yung mga pelikulang nasulat ko.
Well.
Kasi yung mga pinapasulat sa akin. And somehow parang kumikita sila at pinanonood sila. Pero tinatry ko pa rin at the end of the movie na okay, this is not about your gender or your but it is about your self-respect. This is about who you are, as what your values are, ganyan. So I try, the characters, they try to still to go beyond the female stereotype of the legal wife, for example, or the mistress. Kasi yan yung mga, when in society at least, we can associate, okay, ang kabet laging babae yan.
Well.
I mean, di ba, regardless kung parang ang kabet laging pinitigan ay babae. Tapos parang ang hirap na ring basagin kapag nagsusulat ka, kapag nasa arts ka kasi parang hindi, kumbaga, it is your only one voice. Pero kung wala ka kung if you do not exist, if there is no friction, and that is also, I think, the importance of the other artists who are non-binary to break these stereotypes, kasi it's so hard to break. So kaya kailangan kunyari, for example, because of my experience as a writer, bakit kapag sa kabitan ang daling mapatawad ng lalaki? It is always the woman who suffers kapag if she goes into parang nagkaroon siya ng extramarital affair, di ba? Or became a mistress. Parang yung mga ganung stuff, that is what I try then in my writing to address.
Yes.
And for example, like kunya ito pa, one very glaring example. Bakit ang babae hindi siya pwedeng maging successful both in work and in family life?
Yes.
When you look at all the characters in all the shows here and abroad, when a woman is successful as a businesswoman or a lawyer or a political
Anything
analyst,
else?
she fails in her relationships.
Yes.
Why can't it be done na parang equally she succeeds in both?
Mm-mm.
Or a man, for example, if he is focused in work, he fails as a father, or
Yeah.
'di ba? Parang he fails as a family man, 'di ba? Parang, and that is very parang tip of the iceberg of all these things that we have to address as artists and as non-binary.
So I think baka parang yung final at the end of it all, ang kailangan talagang gawin ay gibain ng institution.
And also sorry, kaya yung parang when yung tama ko, I agree with Henrie na parang it doesn't start na, okay, I was born like, okay, magmamarcha na ako and I'm against patriarchy. Hindi ako, parang it starts like exploring who you are, di ba? This is what I want. Bakit hindi ka-match ng sinasabi ng society, and that is when it becomes bigger na parang okay, when you look at other people, bakit, and when other people particularly impose things on you, di ba? And especially now in our country, and this is so, and especially now in our country, we have this kind of leader who represents a lot of the things that we go against.
Yes. Totoo.
As people, as non-binary, and then, di ba, parang, and that is when we have to be more vocal in terms of what we believe in and in what we fight, parang, and what we experience. Do not invalidate us.
Mm-hmm.
Parang your very being is political enough para magsabi nga na ganito ang pinaniniwalaan ko at meron akong values that actually parang alam mo yon, hindi lang sariling interest yung
pinaglalaban
yung gustong makamit. Yun po yung pinaglalaban.
Gusto ko nga yung idea na existence is resistance, and for us that's very much true. We are, by just being here, we are already,
yun yung placard ko last year sa Pride March.
We are the middle finger against the everything else. Ayan. So I think, parang we are coming to the last few moments of our talk. I mean, dami pang pwedeng pag-usapan sana, of course.
Yes.
Another time, maybe next year. Sana wala ng COVID by then. I think this last question would be, would be very magandang parting message. So it's from Anne Rodriguez, who asks, what advice can you give for people who are still discovering their gender identities in relation to their journey as a queer or non-binary person? Sige, you can start na lang, Floyd.
Ako, continue discovering. Di ba? Learning doesn't stop eh. It never stops. Hindi siya natatapos sa apat na sulok ng kwarto, sa eskwelahan, or sa pamilya. Learning should be always trying to be curious about things, about who you are. Mag-start yun sa kagustuhan mong makilala pa ang sarili mo. And yung exploration, yung discovery, ay mangyayari siya dahil nandoon yung real din at some point. Kasi ang sinasabi ko nga lagi, parang yung coming out ay hindi siya one-time event. 'Di ba? You always come out. You come out with your parents. Tapos pag nag-iba ka ng eskwelahan o kapag nag-iba ka ng work, sabihin mo na naman, I'm gay, or ng pamilya, 'di ba? I'm this. So hindi siya natatapos.
It's also a coming out process to yourself sometimes. Saying for a lot of people, diba?
Oo. para siyang, for me, revolution. Hindi siya one-time event.
Mhm.
You revolutionize inside para din na nangyayari yung kagustuhan natin na to challenge the norm, challenge stereotypes, challenge archetypes when it comes to writing, di ba? Challenge backward thinking na kapag ang tatay parang kailangan ba lagi sa mga sinusulat natin ang tatay dapat at kung may anak na bakla dapat bubugbugin niya o ilalagay sa drum? No. Kasi hindi yun ang nangyayari sa lahat. So, feeling ko at some point if you're a queer artist or queer writer, nanggagaling yun sa atin na kagustuhang mag-propose ng marami pang posibilidad na maaring ang tatay ay sobrang accommodating, sobrang understanding, 'di ba? Hindi laging galit yung nararamdaman ng baklang character o baklang 'di ba? So
queer or non-binary character yan.
Or queer or non-binary, 'di ba? Na at some point may mga tao din talaga na you don't have to explain to them kasi accepting sila. 'Di ba? Hindi lagi siyang nagpo-proseso. You process with yourself, you process with everyone. So changing and exchanging siya of your beliefs, 'di ba? Parang kailangan hindi ka stagnant din kasi nakakatakot 'yun kung stagnant ka at isa lang yung tutunguhin. Mas maganda na marami kang choices. Kasi yun ang nangyayari sa atin ngayon, limited yung choices na binibigay sa atin. So ang tendency ay pumalag, 'di ba? So in an ideal world, bukas sa lahat ang mundo. So siguro yun, continue discovering, continue challenging everything that's that needs to be challenged.
Yes.
Kasi nandoon yung tutunay na siguro parang kalayaan natin din sa sarili na parang shit. Okay. Kaya natin gawin ang isang bagay na pinoseso natin sa loob natin at kaya natin siyang ibigay at iparanas din sa iba.
Ikaw, Jay, anong advice ang bibigay mo sa people who are still on their, maybe questioning their identities?
Siyempre, parang nakakatakot siya at first. So, hindi naman lahat ng tao siguro, may strength of character siguro or even an opportunity to ask questions about their gender. 'Di ba? Parang kumbaga kasi we are bound by society. So maraming mga restrictions, maraming mga pipigil sa'yo kung anong gusto mong gawin sa life mo to discover who you are. So it's going to be very scary at first. The same way that I was scared when I started discovering who I am, diba? Because if I'm starting to go against a lot of things na nakikita ko sa ibang mga tao, diba? So ayun, pero at the end of the day, kasama yun sa kasama siya sa makapagpapaligaya sa iyo yung self-actualization to be who you truly are, 'di ba? So ayun, tatagan mo lang yung sarili mo at do not be afraid to ask the hard questions. Do not be afraid to ask questions of why and just accept things na dahil it's because ganun siya talaga. Parang ganun. Yun lang.
That's a beautiful message for everyone. And Henrie, last yung iyong advice na gusto rin i-impart.
Nasabi na nila yung mga gusto ko sabihin. So mag-offer na lang siguro ako ng reassurance. So para dun sa mga nagko-question dyan, yung in-explore nila, kung ano ba yung gender nila, kung sexuality nila, identity nila, expression nila, lalo na yung expression kasi unique ito ng mga ibang tao. Sana ang ginagawa mo ay nanggagaling sa pagmamahal at pagrespeto mo sa sarili mo. Tapos, kung in your journey, ma-realize mo na, queer pala ako, that's cool, mahal kita. Kung sa end, ma-realize mo, hindi, okay, na-try ko siya, pero hindi pala ako queer, okay din, mahal pa rin kita. Kasi, hindi sayang yung time na spinend mo na pag-explore ng kung sino ka. Dahil pagkatapos nun, mas marami kang natutunan tungkol sa sarili mo. At sa pagkilala mo ng sarili mo, sana may apply mo yon sa pag-intindi at pag-unawa, pagkilala, pag-support ng ibang tao. Yun lang.
Well
Mahal ko ang mga straight. Tanggap ko ang mga straight.
Of course. We love them too. So I guess we're wrapping up na. I'm sure may gusto kang i-plug, Floyd. Would you like to?
Yeah. Yun nga, eto na, shameless plug to. So, bukas, yung last show po ng aming play sa Virgin Love Fest, ang pilot episode written by yours truly and directed by Gian Carlo Abrahan, bukas at 8 p.m. sa Facebook, YouTube, Facebook FB page. Live po siya, and kung hindi nyo naman mapanood yon, meron naman kaming Vimeo version, pero recording na yon. You can check the CCP FB page for the details. May bayad lang yon, 100 and 200 pesos. Pero lahat na ng place. So yun, bukas, see you tomorrow. Daming ganap.
Ikaw, Jay, meron ka bang gustong i-plug? At wala.
Wala
Okay.
naman.
Henrie, would you like to plug anything?
Meron akong Patreon. Please, puntahan niyo siya. patreon.com/Henrie Diosa. So, kung hindi alam ko ano yung Patreon, para siyang platform na, parang magsusubscribe kayo doon sa mga pinagagawa ko. So, kung ano mga amount of money every month, nandun yung mga tula ko, yung art ko. Kakatapos ko lang ng isang music video nung May. Tapos nandun siya. So, makikita niyo yun. Tapos every other week, sinusulatan ko yung mga patron ko dahil mahal ko sila. Tinatapunan nila ako ng pera.
Ganda.
Besides, Henrie Diosa ako sa Instagram at sa Twitter. Hindi ako masyadong nasa Twitter na, pero very active ako sa Instagram. So, ayun.
Okay. Yes, everyone should check out your Instagram for sure. So I think we're done. Thank you, Floyd. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Henrie. It was ngayon yung dami pang pwede pag-usapan sana, but people have to go back to their lives.
At pwede kasi siyang kanya-kanyang group chat, 'di ba?
Yes.
Mga tao. I-continue lang din yung discussion.
Magpa-zoom din kayo and we will watch you talk about
Yes.
this
Dog.
Hi. Ano pangalan ng dog mo, Jay? Baka yun yung gusto mo i-plug.
Yung kanina pang kulit-kulit dito, kaya parang distracted
Ako
kasi
din. Yung dalawa kong dog, pero yung isa kasi ayaw niya.
Scary. So, thank you again. Thank you, Floyd. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Henrie.
Salamat.
And thank you again to our partners and sponsors. Again, ATBPride is brought to you by Love Yourself and co-presented by Mega World Lifestyle Malls. And of course, we would also like to thank Filipino Shell Foundation, PhilHealth, Macare, AIDS Healthcare Foundation, Cove Manila, Camber, a subsidiary of Hetero, Front Row Cares, Victoria Court, and Love It. So thank you, everyone. Please catch our next episode on Thursday, also at 8 p.m., where we will be talking about intersex and asexual identities and orientations. Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good evening.
Salamat.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.